What's up, YouTube? Mini Minchino here, and welcome back to another mini-cast. For those who are new, this is the weekly podcast vlog type show where I share some updates about the channel and life in general, and just sort of pick a topic and just sort of ramble about it for a while. Yeah, so today I don't have too many updates, just more like little thought nuggets, I guess, rather than actual updates. The first one is I am debating on whether or not I want to do like a birthday event on my Discord and have people get together for multiplayer stuff on, to be honest, I'm not sure what game yet. This is sort of an idea rather than an actual plan. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through with that because I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday. So if it doesn't happen for that point, I'm going to work on something like that for a later date. But again, it's in the idea phase. It is not a definite thing. The other idea I have is I'm working on bringing creative mode Minecraft back to my channel. For those of you that just got here fairly recently, hello by the way, I used to have a series before I joined the Unknown Empire server called Creative Builds. I know, not the best name. Now, Creative Builds was just me building stuff in creative mode. I was building like a modern town kind of thing, or at least trying to. And it eventually just sort of fizzled out because I sort of hit a block, and every time I try to go back into that world, I hit that same block. So I ended up deciding to cancel that series because it just wasn't panning out for me. So I'm thinking about taking a different approach to creative mode and doing a little series called Minicraft. It's going to be a sort of backup series where if I, for some reason, don't have a regular episode of either Pokemon Let's Go or Unknown Empire, Minicraft is going to come up instead. So it'll just kind of be like random. It's not going to be a consistent series. It's going to be whenever inspiration hits, and for whatever reason I don't have something to upload that day kind of thing. So I at least have something. And I think it'll be a fun thing, but that's not going to happen right away. It's going to just sort of happen, I guess. But, I guess that's it for updates today. I have an interesting topic in mind, actually, and this goes along with... I've talked, kind of fragmented. I talked about, like, the fact that I am legally blind and stuff like that. I haven't gone in super detail with it, but today's gonna have to do with that, but more so like disabilities in general. And yeah, so I suppose I'll start at the beginning. I found an article that my brother shared on Facebook the other day, and it's called "Why Using the Word Inspiration to Describe Disability is Harmful." Personally, I'm sitting here going, just at a first glance, looking at the article itself, like looking at the headline, not even the article. Like, this is before I even read the article. I'm like, why? Why is it harmful? Because, I mean, inspiration can mean so many different things to so many different people. So, you know, inspiration in and of itself, I don't feel like should be a harmful thing. Now, if I go into the article itself and read you the first paragraph here, let's see what it says. It just immediately starts off, if there was one word I could ban from the dictionary, it would be inspiration. The reason why I think this word is so particularly horrible is because of the way it is frequently connected to people with disabilities and chronic conditions. I believe it both glorifies and belittles the reality of living with a disability. Now, from that alone, I feel like they're talking about like those moments where somebody's just sort of gawking at you for doing like everyday things. And it's like, yeah, I can see why that's annoying, because I've had people walk up to me, like even back in college, there was one time I went to this event and it like lasted the whole night. So I went home the next morning kind of thing. And, you know, people were walking behind me. They were also going to the bus stop kind of thing. And they realized that I was using my white cane. And, you know, I'm adding this for people that aren't aware of it. I'm sure there's a lot of you that are, but, you know, please bear with me. The white cane is used for, like, the blind to kind of navigate. We feel the ground ahead of us kind of thing, and it helps us find obstacles and other such stuff that we wouldn't normally see. Because, you know, we're blind. So I was using that, and, like, these guys were just, like, you know, being like, wow, it's so amazing that you can just travel like that despite not seeing. And you know, my response was like, I mean, it's just normal. I grew up with this, so to me, it is 100% normal. I understand that for somebody that hasn't witnessed that kind of thing before, to be honest, I can see why that would be amazing, because there's stuff people do that amaze me that is normal to them. And I don't, you know, say that to try to belittle them or anything like that. It's just like, huh, anything's possible. That's kind of awesome. And that's the way I see it personally. So, I mean, I get where this person is coming from immediately, but at the same time, I still don't think the word inspiration should be banned. This person goes on to talk about how they grew up with a sister that had autism, and that person was particularly called an inspiration for, you know, living with a sibling with autism and stuff like that. And it's like that as well. Like, I'm sitting here going, like, how are they an inspiration? They're just, you know, living life. And this person is saying the word inspiration should be banned because of that. But honestly, if you look at what inspiration means as a whole, I've pulled up a definition and everything. I'm being way too, like, picky about this, I'll admit. So, first definition, the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. So, even if it doesn't involve something creative, you know, I mean, this is going to be a dramatic example, but say you're someone who is either really depressed or in just dark times in general. And, you know, somebody comes up to you and says something that hits you in that right way that inspires you to get back up and kick life's ass, you know? That person, in a sense, is an inspiration to you. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all, to be honest. And even if I look at something, even if I go to the whole creative thing, I look at, say, somebody like Chugga Conroy and Good Times with Scar, even. They both have inspired me to make videos. And all they're doing is making videos themselves. They're just doing their thing. And I'm sitting there going, like, I'd really like to do that too. You know? Is that a bad thing? Is that belittling them? I don't think so. And maybe I'm going off topic here. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm right, this, that, and the other thing. This is just me dumping my thoughts out. I don't think that banning a word is going to solve this problem, because somebody is either going to find a different word or just phrase it differently, but it's going to mean the same thing. What I feel like should happen is the people doing that just need to stop and think about it a little bit. And I think the people that are having that done to, like, you know, those particular disabled people, and even myself, because that happens to me as well, need to stop, calm down, and just talk to the person saying that. Because again, if that person has never dealt with disabled people before, because believe it or not, there's still plenty of people who don't even know that even exists. So when they see it, they're like, whoa, you know? So just take the time. And even if you don't have to say much, it's like what I said to those college kids. I'm like, well, I mean, I grew up with it. It's normal. All they did in response, they're just like, huh, I guess I never thought of it like that. You're just presenting them with a new perspective, you know? And that's all you gotta do. You don't have to sit there and argue with them about it, because, I mean, that's not gonna get you anywhere anyway. I realize there's more to this article, and I'm not gonna read it, but I will link it. I'm not gonna read the whole thing to you, to be honest. I will link to it so you guys can just sort of take a look at it for yourself and you know, take your own interpretation for it. And I would love to actually hear your thoughts on it and what you think about what's being said, whether it's something you've dealt with before, whether or not it's something you've thought of before. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Because again, rather than sit here and bitch about, you know, being gawked at like an alien, which, yeah, I mean, I hate that. I hate when people do that and they're like, oh, it's so amazing, you're walking down the street. Yeah, I'm walking down the street. What of it? You know? It's just like that kind of thing. It's like, I don't sit here and gawk at you for walking down the street. Please don't do that with me. Because all I'm doing is living my life, same as you. And that's it. Like, that's all I need to say. I don't need to sit here and be like, inspiration needs to be banned. I think that's a little bit dramatic, if I'm honest. I'm not saying this person is wrong for feeling the way they're feeling, because I totally get it. I totally understand, because it's frustrating. But I don't think going that route is going to solve anything. I think it just needs to be rethought. People need to just sit and talk about it for a little while. Calm down. It's all good. You know? And it's like the frustration is real, I can tell you. Like, that kind of thing used to really piss me off when I was a kid, you know? I used to get angry about it. I used to sit there and yell back and be like, don't treat me like that! Which, yeah, please don't treat me like that. But, again, I don't need to be yelling. It doesn't solve anything. All I need to say is, it's just me living my life. The same thing as you. Maybe I have to do something a little bit differently to accomplish that goal, but I'm still doing it, and that's it. You know? It's just like, I don't know. I feel like this could be used as a way to present a new perspective rather than being angry and forcing it. Because nobody's gonna listen to you if you're just yelling and screaming about it. We can just talk about this, you know? So, that said, I think I'm gonna end up leaving it off for today because I don't really know what else to say about it, you guys. I've kind of already said my piece on it, so I'd love, 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 love to hear your thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm taking it too far and overreacting to it? I don't think I am personally, but do you guys think that I am? Do you think this other person is right? It really doesn't matter who's right in this case, to be honest, but I'd love to know your thoughts, and even beyond who's right and who's not, just what do you think about it in general? Have you experienced something like this where somebody has, like, glorified you doing everyday things? Or have you done it to someone not realizing what that really meant? Because I'm sure that the majority of people that do that don't mean any harm. They just don't know, you know? And I think it's a little bit extreme to give them crap for it. Like, I'm not saying they shouldn't be called out, but I think they should be talked to. We have a conversation about it. And then guess what? Somebody learns something. Guess what? Slowly happens less and less, theoretically, you know? But you know what, you guys? Again, share your thoughts on all this. I'm sorry for getting a little bit uppity about this. I'm just trying to do my thing. But, yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it off for today. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check out any other series I have on this channel, as well as joining the Machino clan on Discord if you haven't done that already. The link to that will be in the description down below. And until next time, Minnie out.